An appeals court has upheld blocks on President Trump's executive order restricting mail-in voting, marking the latest judicial rebuke to his efforts to reshape election administration. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the First Circuit ruled on Saturday that the order directs unprecedented levels of federal involvement in how states run elections, and warned that if it took effect for the November midterms, it would sow confusion and threaten disenfranchisement of many eligible voters. The 20-page decision, authored by Judges Gustavo Gelpi and Julie Reichelman, both Biden appointees, affirmed a lower court's June ruling that struck down key components of the March executive order, calling them unlawful, null, and void. Judge Joshua Dunlap, a Trump appointee, concurred in part, noting the rules had not yet been finalized but acknowledging the order threatened concrete injury to legal voting. The case was brought by more than 20 Democratic attorneys general who challenged the order's directives to the Department of Homeland Security to compile state-by-state citizen lists for voter eligibility verification, and to the Postal Service to verify voters based on those lists. The Postal Service had already released a proposed rule in June consistent with many of the president's demands. The court focused heavily on whether states had standing to sue before the order was fully implemented. The states argued they had already diverted resources responding to the order, while the government countered their response was premature. A federal judge in Washington had initially declined to halt the order in May because it had not yet been carried out. The Constitution grants authority over elections to states and Congress, not the executive branch, a principle the court reaffirmed. President Trump has waged a years-long campaign against mail voting, signing executive orders, supporting court challenges, and promoting legislation to curtail it, even as he himself uses the option. He has repeatedly made unfounded claims that mail voting is rife with fraud, while acknowledging that restricting it would benefit his party politically. The government says it may take the case to the Supreme Court. For now, the blocks remain in place. Thanks for listening. I'm your host, and we'll be back soon with more on this developing story.